Hi guys, welcome. Hope you guys are having a great day. Starting off with some gentle movement today in our gentle Hatha practice. Make sure you respect your breath and your physical limitations. Don't do anything today that you'll regret tomorrow. Always focus on your breath, timing it with movement and breath. You want it to end at the same time, whether you're inhaling or exhaling, lifting or lowering. So I want to welcome you all. Get yourself comfortable. Starting off in Shavasana, laying flat on your back, legs extended long, arms to your sides and palms to the sky. Whether you're practicing with music on or in silence, coming into a place of stillness. Let the eyes gently close. Begin your practice with a deep breath in through the nose, exhale out of the mouth. Allowing the body to relax with the exhales, and allowing the breath to return to a natural rhythm, breathing with ease in and out of the nose, deep into the belly. Draw awareness to where you're holding tension and consciously let go on the exhale. If the mind is swinging from one thought to another, experiencing monkey mind, acknowledge that this is happening. Take a breath and return to the present moment, observing the breath, the energy of the inhale, the relaxation of the exhale. On your next inhale, invite small movements to the body, wiggling the fingers and toes, rolling into the wrists and ankles. Gently rock your head from side to side. Allowing the movements to get bigger. Slowly reaching your hands and feet away from one another, stretching through the full body. Lower the arms to your sides, bend the knees, place your feet flat to the ground, and gently rock the knees from side to side. Try to relax through the lower back and belly. Coming to center, flowing from leg to leg. On the inhale, let the right knee drop open, opening the hip. Relax at the bottom. Exhale, slowly draws the knee up to center. Alternating from leg to leg. Inhale to open. Exhale up to center. Slowly coming up. Draw the knees into the chest, holding the knees with the hands. Create small circles, clockwise and counterclockwise, making sure it's the hands and arms controlling the legs. Make sure that you roll in both directions. Coming to center, feet flat to the ground and as wide as the mat. Exhale, let both knees sink to the right. Inhale to come back up to center. Exhale to the left. Flow from side to side. Coming up to center, pull your feet underneath the knees. Your feet should be as wide as the hips. And the 3 middle fingers should be able to touch your heels. On your exhale, press your feet into the ground, lifting the hips high. Inhale slowly lowers the hips back down. Exhale, press and lift. Engaging through the glutes. Inhale, lowers. Let the hips return to the ground. Arms open to your sides like the wings of a plane. Lift the feet off the floor, drawing the knees and feet together. On the exhale, lower the knees to the right, stopping the legs from touching the floor, getting as close as possible. Inhale to draw the knees back up to center. Exhale to the left. Keep flowing from side to side. Inhale to center. Exhale to twist. Slow, calm, controlled movement timed with the breath. If the twist feels good, you can linger in the twist for one full breath. And slowly coming back to center. Hold the knees, gently rock from side to side. Let your knees roll to one side and press yourself up into a seated position. Whether you're sitting on a block, whether the legs are crossed or extended, you want to have a nice tall spine. Inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head and through the spine. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Flowing from side to side. Make sure your hands stay at heart. Don't let the hands drift to a shoulder. Arms and legs relaxed. Inhale to center, hands to knees. Flowing into Sufi grind. Inhale, create the front half of the circle. Exhale, completes the back half of the circle. Try to lead with the belly button. Inhale through the front. Exhale through the back. Slowly coming to center and reverse your flow. Create circles in the opposite direction. Inhale through the front, exhale through the back. The breathing doesn't change. And slowly coming to center. Flowing through a seated cat-cow. Inhale, roll the belly forwards, rolling through the hips, pushing the belly button forward. Maybe putting a little bit of pressure into the legs through the palms to open the chest. Take your gaze to the sky, lifting the chin. Exhale, round the spine, tucking the tailbone. Let the shoulders sink and the head drops. Inhale, rolls you forward and open. Open belly, chest, and throat. Exhale, rolls you down. Tailbone tucks, the spine rounds, head sinks. Using an inhale to come up into a neutral spine. Reach the right hand high. Exhale, let the arm drape over the head, reaching for the opposite ear. And let the arm pull the right ear down to the right shoulder. You're looking to keep both shoulders relaxed. If you want to get a little bit deeper, reach your left hand away from your left ear. Reaching down towards the mat and away from you as far as possible. Keep the head tilted. Relax the arms. Keeping the right ear as close to the right shoulder as you can. Inhale, lift your gaze to the sky. Lead with the chin. Exhale, take your gaze to the floor, down to the ground. Draw your chin to the shoulder. Inhale to look up. Exhale to look down. Inhale, draw the head back up to center. Left arm reaches high. Exhale, drape the hand over the arm, or the arm over the head rather. Let the ears sink to the shoulder. And maybe reaching your right hand away from your right ear. This causes any type of sensitivity through the neck. Just be mindful. Don't put too much pressure into the head. Exhale, relax the arms, keeping the head tilted. Inhale to look up. Exhale, look down. Try to keep your ear as close to the shoulder as you can. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, gaze to the floor. Inhale to draw the head back up to center. Focusing on the crown of the head and at the top of the spine. You want to create a rounding, kind of like a bowl sitting on a post. Creating small circles with the crown of the head. Trying to make the circles no bigger than a toonie. Few circles in the opposite direction. And slowly coming to center. Make your way to your hands and knees, setting up into your tabletop. In your tabletop, palms are directly underneath the shoulders, knees under hips, flowing through the full cat-cow. Inhale, roll the hips, the belly sinks as you lift the tailbone. Put pressure into the hands to open the heart and look up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the spine, head sinks between the arms. Inhale for cow. Exhale to cat. Try to create a wave climbing up the spine. Head is always last to move. Next time the spine rounds out, that'll be the last time. Using an inhale to return to a neutral spine. Walk your hands forward. Let the shoulders drift forward. Straighten the hip into a modified plank pose. Make sure the hips aren't hanging. You want to draw in the belly button. Keep the hips lifted. Hands pressing you away from the ground. Flip your toes underneath your feet. Exhale, press into your hands. Send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pressing through the hands, reaching through the shoulders. The head hangs and the rib cage is tucked in. Lift the tailbone like cow pose. You want to find length through the spine. Straightening the knees, straightening the legs comes after. Once you find that nice long line from wrist to hip, then you try to straighten the knees as long as the spine doesn't round out. You want to keep the tailbone lifted. On your exhale, walk your feet into the hands, keeping the head low if you can. Forward fold. Let the torso hang. Try to shift your weight into your toes. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten the legs, flatten the spine. Lifting the torso parallel to the floor, horizontal, supporting just below the knee. Rolling through the hips and reaching the ears to the front. Find length through the spine and through the back of the leg. Exhale, fold forward. Give a slight bend to the knees. Inhale, ragdoll yourself up, rolling the spine into a standing posture. Reach your hands high. Interlace the fingers. Exhale to open through the front body, taking a small back bend. Inhale for length. Exhale for depth. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Hinging in the hip, weight even through your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand tall. Reach your hands high. Interlace the fingers. Exhale, lean to the left, reaching through the right arm. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean to the right, reaching through the left arm. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold. Hinging in the hip. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Ground your palms. Step your feet back to plank. If plank is too much for you today, dropping to the knees. Exhale, slowly lowers you down to your belly. Squeezing the elbows into the ribs, shoulders stay away from the ears. Inhale, press the hands, lift the head and chest for cobra. Challenging the back of the arm. Trying to lift the torso with the tricep. Engage the pelvic floor, flip your toes underneath your feet. Exhale, press into the hands, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Exhale, walk your feet into the hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten the legs, flatten the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand tall, reach the hands high. Exhale, hands to heart. Step the right foot back, keeping the heel up. Inhale, reach your hands high. Crescent lunge. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed, rib cage tucked in. On your exhale, drop the back heel on a 90. The blade of the back foot is parallel with the back edge of the mat. Reach your hands forward and back. Warrior 2. Shoulders away from the ears, hands reaching away from one another. Front foot and knee pointing straight out to the front. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale to triangle, hinging in the hip. Reach the left hand forward. When you can reach no further, hand drops to the leg. Reach the right hand high. You want to make sure you're not rounding through the spine. You're trying to drop the bottom rib cage to the thigh. Straighten the spine. If that means you need to have your hand above the knees, then so be it. It's all about hinging in the hip, letting the hips sink out the back. Exhale, bends the front knee to strength. Inhale, floats you up. Warrior 2. Inhale, reach both hands high. Lift the back heel. Square your hips to the front edge of the mat. Crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to heart. Shift your weight forward and step your feet together. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold.
Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Ground your palms, bending the knees as much as you need to get your hands to the floor and step your feet back to plank. If plank is not appropriate, dropping to the knees. Exhale, lowers you down. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, press the hands, lift the head and chest, maybe going for up dog. Lifting hips and knees off the ground. Extremely important to have the pelvic floor engaged. Exhale, press into the hands, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Exhale, step the feet up to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand tall, reach the hands up. Exhale, hands to heart, step the left foot back, keeping the heel up. Inhale your hands high, crescent lunge. Hips and shoulders square to the front edge of the mat. Exhale, drop the back heel on a 90, parallel with the back edge of the mat. Reach your hands forward and back, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, hinge in the hip, reach the right hand forward. When you can reach no further, hand drops to the leg, left hand reaching high. Triangle pose. Exhale, bends the front knee to strength. Inhale, floats you up, warrior two. Inhale, reach both hands high, lift the back heel, square the hips to the front, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to heart, shift your weight forward and step your feet together. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, ground your palms. Step your feet back to plank. Taking whichever variation is most appropriate for you. Make sure your head's not hanging. Lift the ears towards the ceiling and reach your head to the front edge of the mat. When you can no longer maintain proper form, dropping to the knees. Exhale, send your hips to your feet, child's pose. Slow, calm, deep breath deep into the belly. Maybe opening the knees and feet, trying to sink the pubic bone to the ground. If you need more time in child's pose, take the time you need. If you're ready, inhale slowly lifts you up into your tabletop. Step the right foot in between your hands. Place the right hand on your knee. Inhale reaches the left hand high. On your exhale, drop the left hand to the outside of the right knee, sliding the right hand up the thigh. Using the right hand for stability, maybe even adding pressure for your twist. Inhale lengthens through the spine. Exhale allows the body to twist. Looking over your right shoulder if you can. Inhale, reach both hands high. Open the heart to the sky. Exhale allows the hips to sink down and forward. Exhale lowers the hands, framing the front foot. Press into the hands, send the hips straight back. Try to straighten the front knee. Don't let the hips sink to your foot. You're trying to keep the hip over the knee. Inhale, bend the front knee to strength. Exhale, press into the hands, step the foot back. And step the left foot through. Place your left hand on your knee. Inhale, reaches right hand high. On the exhale, drop the right hand to the outside of the left knee, sliding the left hand up the thigh. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, reach both hands high. Exhale to sink the hips down and forward, opening through the chest. Exhale, lower the hands to the ground, framing your front foot. Press into the hands, send the hips straight back. Straighten the front knee. Inhale floats you up to center, bending the front knee. Press into the hands, step the foot back. Flip the toes. Exhale, press into the hands, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Exhale, slowly walk your feet to the outside of the hands. Semi-wide leg forward fold. Allowing the torso to hang, head is heavy. Cross the arms in front of your face and let the body sway from side to side. Relax through the neck, maybe shaking your head no, nodding the head yes, maybe a combination of both. Coming to center, release the hands. Exhale, sink your hips in between your feet for low squat. So maybe a challenging posture for you, you can use a block to support yourself if resting at the bottom is too intense for you. Or maybe the heels are coming off the ground. You can ground your palms and lean your weight into the back of the arm. If the feet are flat, you can place the elbows to the inside of the knees, drawing your hands to your heart, trying to keep a long spine in whichever variation you're in. Slowly making your way into a seated position. Maybe removing the block first, then slowly making your way into a seated position. Or if you want to challenge yourself a little bit, draw your hands out behind you, and either walking your hands away from you or walking your feet away from your hands, making your way into your seated position, legs extended long. Drawing the toes, lengthen through the spine, tuck the chin and lean the body forward, moving into caterpillar pose. Once you're as far forward as you can get, round the spine, trying to draw the forehead to the knees or belly button. You're looking for a stretch anywhere along the spine. If you don't feel anything, you're ready to lift the arms, adding gravity into the shoulders to pull the body down, or maybe interlacing the fingers behind the head, then slowly and gently releasing the weight of the arms to the head. Inhale to slowly unravel the spine. Moving into cow face pose. For cow face pose, you want to draw the right foot underneath you so the knee is relatively pointing straight out in front of you. Left leg is bent, foot flat to the floor. The tricky part for this posture is walking your foot over, trying to place the thighs together and drawing the knees together. This is one of the most inaccessible postures for me because I hold my tension in the hips. I try to keep a nice tall spine and try to relax through the top hip and the left hip in this case, trying to get the knees to meet. This may take years for it to happen. Try to keep a nice tall spine. If you can get the thighs to meet and the knees are together and they're pointing straight out, and your feet are off to your side, you're ready to start walking your hands out in front of you, trying to sink the chest to the thigh. And slowly coming back out, walk the left leg back to center, unravel the right and moving to the opposite side. Left leg underneath, drawing the foot out as far to the right as you can, knee pointing out as far as to the center as you can, and bend the right knee, walk the foot over, trying to get the thighs and knees to meet. Nice tall spine. Try to breathe through the discomfort. If this is becoming unbearable, come out of the posture. And slowly coming out. Uncross the legs and gently rock the knees from side to side. Coming to center, extend the legs long and slowly rolling to your back, moving as slowly as possible. You're either supporting underneath the thigh, floating the hands, or floating the hands and feet. You want to have full control all the way down. Full control. Once fully laying down, bend the knees, feet flat to the ground. Moving into figure four, drape the right ankle over top of the left knee. Maybe drawing the left foot in closer and even pressing the right hand to the right thigh and even lifting the left heel. Or if you want to go deeper, both hands reaching behind the left thigh, interlacing the fingers, pulling the knee in tight. If you have greater flexibility, maybe reaching to the front of the shin or even pulling that top leg, the right heel, down towards the left hip. Slowly releasing the leg, but keep the ankle crossed so the right ankle stays on the left knee, moving into a twist. On your exhale, let the body roll to the left. You're trying to get the sole of the right foot flat to the floor. You may not feel much once the legs are down. If that's the case, you can pull with the left hand, pulling the right knee down, or pressing the knee open. Depending on how you hold your tension, one of the three variations should find something that is beneficial for the tightness you hold in your body. Inhale to slowly come back up to center. Pausing at center, uncross the legs, gently rock the knees from side to side. Moving to the opposite side, left ankle over top of the right knee. Drawing the right foot, maybe pressing the left hand to the left thigh, or reaching your hands behind the right thigh to pull the knee in tight, or even to the front of the shin. Try to let go of tension with the exhale. Keep the ankle crossed. Exhale, releases the hand. Foot flat to the floor. And let the body twist to the right. Trying to drop the left foot to the ground. If this is too intense, you can use a block or a bolster to support support the thigh, the right thigh, to control your depth. Maybe placing the foot on top of that block. Find whichever variation is most appropriate for you. Maybe you're pulling the knee down or pressing the knee open or just hovering where the leg is. You can shift your hips to the left side of the mat. This will give you a different type of stretch, different area. Micro adjustments can mean the whole difference. Inhale to slowly come back up to center. Feet flat to the floor. Gently rock the knees from side to side. Taking whatever final adjustments you need, prepping yourself for our final resting pose, making your way into Shavasana or into a seated position to end with a seated meditation. The choice is entirely yours. Allowing the eyes to gently close. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Thinking of the breath like a wave crashing on the shore. Softening the edges. Let the breath pull away what no longer serves you, whatever is causing you stress or discomfort, whether it's emotional or physical. Inhale to direct the energy of the breath. Exhale to let go. Take a deep breath in through the nose, exhale out of the mouth. Invite small movements to the body, wiggling the fingers and toes, rolling into the wrists, the ankles, and gently rocking the head from side to side. Inviting bigger and bigger movement into the body. Maybe reaching your hands and feet away from one another. Stretching through the full body. Maybe bending the knees, feet flat to the floor, and gently rocking the knees from side to side. Maybe drawing the knees into the chest to create small circles, clockwise and counterclockwise. When you're ready, slowly and gently letting the knees roll to one side and pressing yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Taking these last few moments for a practice of gratitude, finding just one thing to be grateful for, no matter how big or small, drawing gratitude into the heart. Inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale, hands to heart. With love and light from my heart and home to yours. Namaste. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.